There's an easy fix to our immigration system, and it's all been tested out. So we know it would work because it has worked. But Republican and Democratic politicians oppose it. So, what is the fix, and why do politicians oppose it? Well, the first fix is something we did in the 40s through the 60s, and that's a guest worker program. And this has also been put forward several times since it was ended in the 60s. It was ended because big labor wanted to oppose it. So, what is a guest worker program? Simply put, if someone wants to come here and work, they go through a very quick and easy process and they are able to come here and work. That doesn't make them a citizen, and it doesn't mean that they get a lot of the services that our residents and citizens are able to have. But they can come here and they can work. And if they want to go back home, they can. They can go back and forth because many people want to come here and work, but they don't necessarily want to live here or be a permanent resident or even be a citizen. Their family is back in their home country and they like their neighbors and they like their neighborhood, and they can work in the US for a few months or a year and then go back home and live a pretty fantastic middle class to upper middle class lifestyle. And that's what they're looking for. They just want an easy process. Likewise, our businesses would love to have workers come in and work for a set period of time and then go. I'm sure many of them would, do the vetting, they would charter the buses and the flights and that type of thing. So our businesses need workers. We have workers that want to come here and work. Let's just make it easy. So one of the complaints about the guest worker program is that we aren't paying people a living wage. Well, when you look at the difference in the cost of living between what they get paid here and what that buys back home, they're happy with it. And so if they're happy with it, we should be happy with it. Another criticism is, oh my God, what if these people vote? That also is a very easy fix. And it's this kind of fix all around the world. So instead of giving them a regular state ID, they get an international driver's license or the equivalent international ID. It's a pretty easy process. We process those in the US all the time. If you go overseas and you want to drive or you want to participate in their area or that kind of thing, you're going to get an international driver's license, and then it allows you to get insurance and all that kind of stuff. So we have these processes in place where people can drive, they can get insurance, but they also don't vote. So what about those people who come to the US to work and then they do want to become citizens? Great. Okay, so they can be on a guest worker program for 10 years and they don't have to go back and forth. They can stay here for the 10 years, pay their taxes, contribute to the economy. And then after that 10 years, if they are not convicted of a violent crime and don't have any problems, well, then they can become a citizen. You'll pay your fee, you'll do your application, you'll take your classes and your test and take your oath of office, and then you become a naturalized citizen. So why do Republican and Democratic politicians oppose this? Because they aren't looking for a solution. They're looking for a wedge issue to make you all mad and fight, because when you're mad and you fight, then they get to raise money off of you. They get votes, they get donations. See how that works? So they do not want this to be solved. They want it to be a live issue to keep dividing us so that they can maintain power.